For a lot of us, 2020 was a terrible year. A lot of people lost their loved ones, lost jobs, businesses, or motivation. The situation we are still in at a lot of places, produced many bad things, but also a lot of good things. And even though the social distancing was often enforced, I feel like it often brought us together even more. This book is one of the products of the pandemic, and it proves that even bad situations can produce something good. Let me know what is your favorite image from this book for a chance to win this copy. If you like these videos, consider subscribing and sharing with your friends. It really helps to produce more videos like this one. Matt Day is a photographer and video maker from Ohio, Chillicothe, and on his YouTube channel, he posts all sorts of content about photography. That is where I found about his project, Social Distancing. Even though the zine is already sold out, you can at least grab a subscription to his YouTube channel, which is free, by the way. Now, Social Distancing is an interesting project because it was announced for pre-sale even before a single photograph was taken. Matt gave himself 30 days to deliver a zine, documenting situation in his hometown, which is an interesting approach that I see every now and then that produces interesting results. I wonder if I would be able to force myself to do something like this by putting a clock on myself. Matt was donating all the profits to the local food bank. That is great, and also showed me another way that documentary photographers can make themselves useful in situations like this. The zine has 15 pages and 19 photographs taken on film, as Matt is primarily a film photographer. The images are nicely paired in this small square zine, and even though Chillicothe is a completely different town than where I live, I just couldn't help feeling there is something the places have in common. Even though the architecture, streets, cars and shops are pretty different, it made me realize that this situation is pretty much the same almost anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter whether you live in a big crowded city or just a small town. We are all being impacted in some sort of way. This project, the zine, is a great documentation not only for the future generations who will hopefully not have to deal with something of this scale again, but also for us, so we remember that sometimes life can be unpredictable and it can put obstacles in our way, and what we take from that is up to us. Thank you for watching.